Hello. 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 Hello.
Am I visible to you, ma'am?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Am I
Hello?
audible and visible to you? Yeah, am I audible and visible to you? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, can you see me? Can you hear me?
So, ma'am, you are visible and audible, ma'am. Am I?
Hello. Yes, I am I can see you and I'm able to hear you as well. But are you able
Okay.
to see me and hear me?
Yeah, I can see you and I can hear you, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, all right then. Wishing a very hearty good morning. How are you today?
Actually, right. Good morning, ma'am. And I'm pretty well. Thank you for asking. What about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, and wishing you a very happy new year because we're meeting for the very first time in this particular
Yes.
year,
Same
right?
to you, ma'am. I'm reciprocating same to you as well.
Yes. So, tell me, how have you been, and how did you celebrate New Year?
Hmm. I did not celebrate New Year, and I have been good till now because I did not celebrate the New Year because there was one major incident happened in my company uh, in the 11th hour in 31st December actually, at 6 p.m. and four person has died uh, in 31st December because there was fire broken out in my company and they were indulged and they died due to that. We had a whole we had a big setup in my company, but in the nick of
Hmm.
time we had to cancel that event, and the whole township was in mourn, and so we did not celebrate. And I actually, apart from this, on the top of that, I am not that kind of person uh, who step out for the New Year and who celebrate New Year. I used to celebrate. Now I'm not getting that much time, so I do not celebrate. But my spouse and my son had celebrated.
Yes, definitely. So again, a few errors. A fire broken out. A fire broke out in my company.
Okay, okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it broke out on the 31st, not in 31st, on 31st of
Mm-hmm.
December. And
Right, right. Yeah.
four people died, or four people kicked the bucket.
Kick the bucket.
Yeah, this is an idiom. Of course, not a formal way, but an informal way to say that few
Okay.
people, or four people in this case, expired or passed away.
Mm-hmm.
All
Right.
right. So, how did it happen? I mean, it's really an unfortunate incident that you're telling me about. What happened? All of a sudden, what happened?
Uh, that was the equipment failure. Because of that, fire broke out, and there will be some glitches in terms of safety. And we are still figuring out what was the reason, and we are implementing some safety concern. And it is still it is the still talk of the town, and everybody is discussing about that. And so since then we are taking care of our plant, and we are conducting awareness session for the associate, and we are implementing automation, and where we are lacking, and we are trying to do something to in order to enhance safety. And I would say it was the talk of the town, like everywhere. And even my cousin is living in Indore, and he called me that what happened out there, and I told him that yeah, this was the incident, and I had described.
So, it's the talk of not only one town but many towns now.
Come again, man?
So, it's not only the talk of one town but many towns now.
Yeah, right. Many times.
Yeah,
Right.
but still, despite everything, it's still an unfortunate incident because many people lost their lives to that accident, to which we do
Mm-hmm.
not know like how it happened and why it happened, what was or who was behind it. Of course, it must have been somebody's negligency. Otherwise, something like this wouldn't have happened.
Right. And actually, it happens many a time, but it was enormous, and
Hmm.
mm, but it has taken someone's life. Somebody lost his life. That's why it happened big, and it was in news as well.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it must have been on the news, but I was not aware of it because I don't check news regularly, to be honest. So I'm getting to know this from you
It
today.
was industrial incident. So those who are in industries, and so they will get know, and
Yeah.
those who are our competitor, definitely they would have been knowing
Hmm.
what happened. And like Jindal, Tata, and they are all competitors. Those who are manufacturing steel, uh,
Yeah.
even they must have been thinking that what should I do um, to save the lives actually, and they would have been thinking for that.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. They must have been thinking
Mhm.
about it. Anyways, let's move ahead to the topic that we have for today. Uh, so it says green accommodations. So
Mhm.
basically related to environment and greenery all around us. So,
Mhm.
Mr. Sanjay, what do you understand by this green accommodation? Have you ever seen any?
Green accommodation, I think those who are residing nearby greenery, and so I think that is green accommodation. And I think I reckon we can relate with Switzerland and Jammu and Kashmir, because these areas having big greenery, and
Mhm.
I
Big
think
greenery. You cannot understand the size of greenery. You can say that there is lots of greenery in these places,
let's some
not big.
okay, there would be some a lot of greenery, and
Hmm.
so I think this is the green accommodation. And and I have seen many times people are living nearby uh, rural areas, and
Hmm.
they have kind of greeneries. So, so by and large, those who are living nearby uh, greenery, a lot of greenery. So I think that is green accommodation.
Okay, all right. So you definitely explained it correctly. Something that where we live and it is surrounded by greenery and lush green trees and plants. Then of course we can term it as a green accommodation. So, have you ever lived in a sustainable home? What does that actually mean? And how is it different from a regular home? Any ideas on that?
Sustainable home.
Sustainable home, yes.
Uh, so where we are living right now, that is not. Is it not sustainable home? What does it mean of sustainable?
So, first, you tell me what is the meaning of the word sustainable?
Sustainable means I think which is permanent and which is and I think where we can live for longer. I think that is sustainable. I reckon.
Okay, so what is the meaning of sustainability?
Sustainability means I think it is kind
Yeah,
of
sustainability.
consistency. Consistency, no, consistency not as sustainability means those which things which is carrying it existence for a long time.
No, no, no. You have the wrong meaning over here. Sustainable, sustainability, both these words mean the same. And the meaning is, mm, we say that we should use the resources judiciously. Sustainable usage of resources. It means use it in such a way, or beat anything, use it in such a way so that it does not get exhausted in the long run, and it
Okay.
also does
Mhm.
not harm the environment. So that's the reason why sustainable over here, if I say they are living a sustainable life, it means they are living a well planned life and they are not overusing or overdoing anything.
Okay. So what is the exact word in Hindi of sustainability? Sustain.
Maybe I would have to check. Wait, sustainable. I don't know the Hindi word.
Continuity?
No, not
No.
continuity. मतलब
Okay.
सस्टेनेबल बेसिकली इट मीन्स कि चीज सामान को ध्यान पूर्वक यूज करना, उसको वेस्ट नहीं करना.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Yeah, like resources. We should use this. We should use these resources in a sustainable manner.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So now, would you be able to tell me about a sustainable home and what does it look like?
Sustainable home. So I think green accommodation, if we are residing and surrounding by greenery, so I think that is not sustainable. Sustainable, I think, and we have to water every time, and we have to feed water every time, and definitely they will sulk. Is it correct words? And they will they need water every time. I think residing nearby greenery, that is not sustainable. I think
Yeah. So they will sulk it. Did you use it for plants?
plant, yeah,
Right?
murjana, what
मतलब
we call it.
मुरझा जाना. So मुरझा जाना is not sulk. People sulk. They get into a sullen mood. मतलब sad,
Yeah.
sulky, sullen. People
Mhm.
के लिए use करते हैं. लेकिन for plants मुरझा जाना, we use the word wilted. WILTED. Plants almost wilt या फिर droop down.
Okay, droop down.
ड्रूप डाउन मतलब ऐसा होता है ना, नीचे हो जाता है अजीब सा,
हाँ
मुरझा
हाँ हाँ
मुरझाने
हाँ।
से पहले जो होता है, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड
हम्म,
ड्रूपिंग डाउन. Droop down.
drooping. And what the another word, ma'am?
Wilted मतलब मुरझा जाना.
Okay. Wilted. This is is this second form or third form? Wilted.
Second form, second form.
Second form. Wilted. Okay.
Wilt is the first form.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right, great. So, do you think that people who live in metro cities or other urban areas would be able to build a sustainable home for themselves?
Even they are not able to maintain their life where they are living right now, and so how can they maintain sustainability of greenery and
Hmm.
because even if I, for instance, I have I have not green thumb actually, and I have some plant in my galleries, and I'm not unable to water them. And so, how can I say those who are living in urban areas, and so they would be able to maintain sustainability in terms of greenery. And
Hmm.
I think if they are living at their home, that is good enough. And but most of the it is subjective, and somebody has green thumb and they like to. I think I'm out of the track. I
No, you are using too many idioms. That's
Mhm.
something very impressive.
Mhm.
So I think you keep speaking, keep using these idioms. No
Mhm.
problem. Go ahead.
Okay. Mm, it is subjective. Somebody can sustain and somebody cannot sustain. And
Yes, definitely. So I have no green thumb. This was a sentence. Again, the sentence structure is not correct. You should have said, I do not have green thumbs.
okay, I do not have
Right?
green.
Yes, that's all. But again, I was really surprised when I came across a reel, and that reel showed um, couple's house in Bangalore, and their house was well furnished, and they did not take help from anything outside their homes. Like there was no water supply or nothing. So whatever they did, they had their own water harvesting system, and they used water from there, and they used to recharge the water, and then they used to reuse it again and again. So they are running such a sustainable home over there. You can definitely check it out on Google whenever you have time. And that surprised me a lot because they're living in Bangalore, such an expensive city, and doing such a great thing.
Okay. Mhm. So
Yeah.
they are using water and mm, and they are feeding water to plants.
Yes, yes, they're doing all of these things. They have a big garden. They have so many plants and trees, and the house is covered,
Mhm.
completely covered with trees. What else can I say?
Oh. Mhm. It is
Yes.
kind of great thing because somehow you are saving nature and you are doing something towards nature, and
Yeah.
it is kind of great thing.
Hmm. Definitely, it is. So, have you heard of the 4 hours?
Come again?
4 hour practice. Have you heard of it?
4 hour practice. 4 hour practice. Yeah, okay. Reduce, recycle, reuse, and what is
Reuse,
other?
reduce, recycle, and rethink.
Rethink.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. I
But in our times it was refuse.
refuse. Yeah,
Yes.
right. Yes, refuse and what
Reduce,
is
reuse, recycle.
yes, yes, yes. No, actually, it is completely uh, contrary, I think.
Yes, definitely. So, can you think of
Mhm.
any one particular thing that can be reused, reduced, recycled, and refused as well?
Refused.
Yeah, any one thing that can go through all these four processes.
I think I think apart from plastic, I think everything is reusable and recycle and so I think for instance paper and garbage as well, whatever we are releasing for the company, no, everything which we are releasing for the company, that is not re, it is not being recycled. But I think most of the things we can reuse, recycle, and reuse, and like timber and kind of a bottle, we can make some kind of picture and all these things. So I think only I have heard about plastic that we cannot recycle it and reuse it. We reuse it another way, but I think it is not recycle item, I think, and
Yeah, some
it takes long time for decompose.
it takes long time to decompose.
Yeah.
Yes, some kinds of plastic, some forms of plastics can be recycled, but not all, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would like to give you a topic, and not a topic, I would like to give you a situation. And the situation is, just imagine that you get a chance to become the prime minister for one day. So, what changes in policy, or maybe what new policies would you introduce in India, catering to the environmental aspect?
If I were prime minister, so I would love to do something for poorer actually and for destitute. And in and so I have a lot of thing to do if I were prime minister. On the top of that, when it comes to environmental, so definitely I would emphasize people and insist people they should plant more tree because that is the nature which we are harming nowadays. We are cutting, keep on cutting every day, and for the sake of development, for the sake of money, and for the sake of economy. But if we are developing the nation and we if we are enhancing something, on the contrary, on the other hand, we have to plant more tree so that we can have balance both nature and the development of the country. And so one thing is that we have to plant more tree, and it will take more time to grow. So we have to keep start planting tree right away, and we have to adopt. I would suggest people that we should adopt the medium where we can recycle, reuse, and whatever this term. So at least the process must be recycled so that there will be some less wastage, and that will not harm. That will not do land contamination and water contamination, and and I have to, and definitely those who are littering the thing here and there, and already Modi Saab has taken initiative, and I think couple of years ago he told that we have to make our India Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and he has launched, and so in such a way I would love to insist the country, and on the top of that, uh, uh, I would suggest people that they should work on their thinking. If their thinking is not fruitful and not productive, so they won't be able to do whatever I have told you now. Because my the information, thought, action, and destiny. And I think we should work on our information as well. Whatever we are thinking, reading, and watching throughout the day, and so that should be productive, and then according to that we'd be able to think productive, and so it is kind of if we are thinking positively, so I think it is emitting into atmosphere, and it is affecting the atmosphere, right?
Yes.
So whether it be positive or negative, all right. So in such a way, we are creating an environment, and positive environment is, I think, this is the kind of very enormous thing. And so I have heard Sankalp se Srishti. So whatever thinking you have, and in so according to your thinking, the Srishti is being created.
Hmm.
So we should more focus on our thinking. So for that we have to embrace spirituality, and we
Hmm.
have to be more religious, and so these are the things.
Great, great. I would definitely like to pinpoint a few things. See,
Mhm.
at last you said embrace spirituality and we should be a little religious as well. So, what I think is, not only what I think, actually, there is a difference between being religious and being spiritual.
There is was different.
Vast difference?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
spirituality.
Hmm.
Spirituality is all about thinking about others. If you start thinking for others, that is spirituality. And really, being religious is kind of you are following such rituals and customs, and spirituality stands for humanity, humility. So
Definitely.
spirituality is all about knowing about soul, supreme soul, and uh, about and drama. This is the whole drama. And who is true father? This is the spirituality. Well, it means learning about spirit. Spirit means soul. That is spirituality. And
Yes.
those who are religious, and somehow they are going to touch the spirituality, but they are far away from the spirituality.
Hmm. True. So, you should have used